Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys joining us here on the Blitz a little earlier than normal, Stephen, but appreciate you taking the time and being flexible with your schedule. And you know, another tough loss to San Francisco. We were talking about this earlier. It's one thing to lose games. It's another in how you guys have lost in some of these games. When you guys are in your meetings, what are you discussing as the why things aren't going the way they were expected at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I think it's just full body of work. I mean, you got to, there's several moving parts. And by the way, the world's smallest violin I know is out there in terms of anybody feeling sorry for, what we're about or, the struggles that we're having. But, in general, you take into an account, defensively, we do have some challenges. And, when you don't have your top 4 pass rushers and 2 of your top 4 corners and your middle linebackers playing a little one-armed, and, that's, you understand that a little bit, but it's still no excuse. And then, offensively it is, you look at it and you go, why? Why? And that's what we're trying to figure out here. How do we get better? I mean, obviously we got, we put our money where our mouth is. One of the best, if not the best quarterback in the league. And, I know a lot of people would argue the best, but he's certainly one of them. And, just got one of the best receivers in the league signed up. And, we think we've got good quality, offensive linemen, albeit some of them young. And, so a little bit of that is, something that you do, ask a lot of hard questions as to, why we're a little inconsistent on the offensive side of the ball. But, one thing, I will consistently keep saying, and it's very fair that our fans are frustrated, very fair that, certainly we can be questioned about decision-making. Bill Parcells used to say, you are what you are, and we're a 3-4 football team, which is below average. And so we've got to figure out how to right that ship. But I do think we got the right kind of people in our building. I mean, we got a Super Bowl winning coach. We've got Mike Zimmer, who's been on Super Bowl team, head coach teams that went to NFC championship games. Between the two Mikes, we've got really good coaches, one of the best special teams coaches in the league. And then, like I said, between guys like Dak Prescott and Zach Martin and, that type of a group over there, men in the locker room, I just think we got the right kind of guys who will continue to grind, do things the right way, and ultimately, hopefully things can get better. Obviously, at the last 3 years, we've done really well early and often and had great seasons, but we certainly, hadn't finished well, and hopefully this will be a reversal of roles. We'll start a little slow here, which we certainly have, and acknowledge that and understand the frustration with our fans, but hopefully we'll right the ship and finish fast.
Stephen, I want to ask you, Jerry said something on his radio show the other day that about Dak Prescott and running the football. He hasn't been doing a lot of that, and Jerry said that's okay, that you guys really don't want him to run the football a lot. When I look at Dak, though, he looks a little bit different. Are you concerned at all about that ankle or any kind of injury with Dak Prescott?
No, I just think it's Dak being smart and picking the right times. I think, if he needs to, he will. And obviously we're needing to win some games, and he knows that. And, at the right time, there's a time to do it. You look around the league, and guys who do run the football on a regular basis get hurt. And so we have coached Dak and to be smart about when you pick and choose your chances to run the ball. But I think Dak athletically is fine.
Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys joining us here on the Blitz. Stephen, with the trade deadline coming up, what do you think the odds are that you guys will be players in trying to improve this roster at the deadline?
Well, we're always trying to. It's got to make sense, and there's a lot of moving parts to what makes sense. I mean, we obviously think we've got, our 2 corners coming back, and we also think we're going to have, 3 of our 4 top defensive ends coming back and in due time. And so the outlook injury-wise is positive, but at the same time, if we saw the right player who could help improve our situation right now, we'd certainly look at it and do it if it made sense.
Just real quick, Stephen, Micah Parsons, is there a chance that he could be on the field Sunday?
I think, he's got a shot, but I would call it a long shot.
Okay.
Oh, a long shot. Now, it is Halloween, Stephen. I'm curious, at the Jones house, what kind of candy are you guys passing out tonight, and are you dressing up?
I'll have to check in with who runs my house, which would be my wife. And I now have grandkids who get a hand in that as well. So I'll just be glad to be there and pass it out. And, when you're going through a little rough patch like we are right now, looking at some young kids with big smiles getting candy and dressed up, does give you one respite from what is a little rough patch for us right now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Do you dress up tonight? Does she have the whole family get together and put on costumes?
I may dress up like a Western cowboy, put my cowboy hat on and go to work. Right now, if I dress up as a Dallas Cowboy, even some little kids may throw some eggs at me.
Stephen Jones, go smile tonight.
Yeah,
have some fun passing out that candy. Appreciate you jumping on with us here in San Antonio.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate
it. Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com.